Hey everyone, welcome to a holly jolly episode of Was That in Good Taste? I'm one of your hosts and my name is Chandler Phillips.
Ho, 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 you're a ho. My name is James Beery. That's me.
And today we're going to be discussing movie tropes of classic Christmas tales and various other holiday movies, as well as the movies that have nothing to do with Christmas or are just adjacently related that we're going to find ways to qualify as holiday movies.
We're going to shove them either down or up your chimney, whichever you prefer.
And you know what, James? I had a bit of a change of heart going into this because initially I was going to try to disqualify certain holiday movies, but that just seems like a real Grinchmas kind of thing to do.
Oh, and you're no Grinch.
So I'm going to do my best to not have any negative views about Christmas comedy tropes.
Just like you're going to do your best to like, comment, and subscribe.
That's
I'm working.
sweet.
I'm work.
That's real good.
Rate me in the comments.
with
How well
us
did I
to-
do?
And what's the scale?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Let's say for this episode, it's holiday cheer, but only holiday
But
because we've
and-
killed Christmas.
Any other kind of cheer. Not going to fly here.
Not gonna fly here.
You know it's true because it rhymes. We have a very delicious, festive little cocktail that we got with us today that we're going to talk about right now.
Xmas punch. Ooh, look how beautiful that is. Look at the little gradient on mine.
Ooh, it's got the clear to the red like snow with a bloody nose in it. Or I like the straw for mine. It helped.
Yeah, a straw really helps, but I didn't want to.
Oh man, that's delicious.
Whenever you go to a bar and you get a drink like that, you're supposed to stir it. I didn't want to drink from a fucking straw. I hate metal fucking straws.
What's your beef with metal straws?
They don't kill the planet enough. I'm vegan. Isn't that enough?
Well, what about the mines that had to get the metal in the first place?
Love those. They're hot, creating jobs.
What about the exhaust from the factories that make the metal straws into straws?
Oh my
See-
God, that's so terrible. The entire planet's going to be underwater in
See, but
5 months.
they kill the earth just as fast, man. It's okay. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle, and we can kill the earth together.
We can kill the earth together and kill each other at the dinner table.
And that is the plot to The Golden Compass. Is it a Christmas movie?
Okay. Sip Christmas punch, give opinion.
Oh, yeah. I got ahead of myself.
Golden Compass, since you've mentioned it, all right, since you've already mentioned it, since we're already doing this, Golden Compass, the first time I ever heard about it, I believe was 2005. I was in Georgia at my ex's house, and she gave me the book, and I started reading it, and I got 3 pages, and it was so fucking boring. And then I picked it up again, and I read the same 2 pages, and it was so fucking boring.
Was it a lot of exposition, or was it just a lot of
I didn't know
stuff
it.
that just didn't-
Literally, you just jump in. She's in Oxford, and she has a demon,
The
but
college?
but it has an E. You don't know. And there's like in his AE, that symbol. That's like that letter. That's the A and
Oh.
the E.
I know it's like a. It
Right,
makes a
that guy,
it- Yeah.
And all this shit, and it was like very confusing. It doesn't like tell you anything. But one day I read that shit all the way through, and the subtle knife, and the Amber Spyglass, the entire trilogy. I took my
There's
mother-
more than one
yes,
book in that trilogy.
yes. It's the whole book is anti-Catholic.
It's
So
anti-Catholic.
it's actually not a Christmas movie because if anything, the movie is explicitly, okay. The movie isn't explicitly atheist because they couldn't really do that with the movie. They didn't want to, but it's mostly. It's like authority. The authority's the church, but they don't really specify when they're fighting the authority that it's the church. But you know the
But
authority's the
you
church.
you can put it together.
It's literally anti-Catholic.
Meanwhile, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, very
Ah.
pro
C.S. Lewis. That's
Christian.
okay. The book,
Christmas.
definitely a Christmas book. The movie, definitely a Christmas movie.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it's not, but I just
Do they not go? This
we'll get into it.
okay. I'm sorry.
We'll get.
I'm getting too excited.
I need to lay down some ground rules as to
Okay.
where I'm coming from,
Okay.
as to what.
I'm
qualifies a
sorry that
Christmas
you
movie.
had a good idea and I'm participating.
No, it's we just got.
We didn't even talk about this delicious beverage
We got ahead of
with
ourselves.
with the pomegranate and the cranberry.
And the
I have rum. You have vodka.
I do.
Got a little simple syrup infused with some bay leaf, some juniper, some cloves, and
Orange peel.
orange peel.
It's
Yeah.
some not so simple syrup after all.
Well, yes, not so simple. I don't know what I was doing there.
This tastes exactly what I want a Negroni to taste like when I order it, because I have a sweet tooth and I love me some punch. And this tastes
So
just
you don't like
a,
Negronis.
I don't.
You just said the thing that you wish a Negroni tasted like. This is nothing like a Negroni.
Exactly. That's but I see a Negroni and I'm like, okay, aesthetically wise, we've talked
It's
about
pretty.
this.
Oh, yeah,
it's
'cause
pretty. You
pretty
want
simple.
it to taste like more like cranberry, pomegranate, something with a berry. It's red. It's a deep, luscious red. You want it to taste berry-y. This is it right here. And I've never been one for vodka crayons, but add in a little spiced complex simple syrup, and I could throw these back all Christmas long. What do we call this? Would it be like a reindeer punch?
A touchy uncle.
It's like a fuzzy navel, but it's different. So syllabically, it's kind of like it. I guess.
No, actually, I don't like that. I don't like that because that implies that the drink makes him like touch them, and I wanted it to imply like I don't know, you get drunk, you beat the fuck out of him. I don't know.
No, it'd be more touchy uncle. That just puts a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
I just decided that just sounds like not good. I don't like that.
It's weird how the connotations of being an uncle, unless you're like a main character uncle, being an uncle just doesn't bode
Not your
well
uncle. Bob's your uncle. I like the uncle play.
What,
I like the. I'm in on the uncle. You know, slutty uncle.
Oh, I do like a slutty uncle moment.
And it's like a good uncle. Like it's your slutty gay uncle.
Yeah. Well, that's a friend uncle. It's a non-threatening uncle. For some reason, uncles
It's like my grandfather's friend, Mr. Jimmy Barnes, and his roommate for the last 30 years.
They're very good friends.
I love that. I was literally a kid, and I was like, oh, Mr. Silver's Mr. Jimmy Barnes' roommate.
And now you know the truth. Well, not the truth. They never hid the truth. It was just
No, they never did. I think they were just open. I was a kid.
you're just yeah. Wait, I want to get back to the drink because
Please,
I was just I was exhaling with letting the flavor kind of breathe across the tongue.
Do it.
And I finally got a little hint of that bay leaf. It took, I mean, at least 2.5 of these for me to finally taste the bay leaf and
If
the
it
simple
wasn't
syrup.
there, you would know it.
But it's there, but I don't know it until you know it. But like that little bit of spice just it's on the back of the palate. It just kind of sits there like a nice little woodsy, kind of earthy. But
This man was afraid.
I was afraid of the bay leaf
There was fear.
because you put a bay leaf in a sauce and it does something. Like a bay leaf puts in work whenever it's in something. And so you're like, let's make a simple syrup with bay leaf in it.
You can't even tell what it is, but I can. I know what a fucking bay leaf tastes like. I feel like I'm the only person who can actively taste a fucking bay leaf.
Well, tell us, James. Enlighten us on what a bay leaf fucking tastes like.
A bay leaf
Mr.
is
Superior
herbaceous.
Palate.
It's
Uh-huh.
woody. All right. It has a slightly twangy kind of sweetness.
If you were to compare it to a type of wood.
I don't go around chewing many woods,
Well,
but I feel like it tastes the way that you think maple would taste.
okay, that's all right. I see where you're going with that.
Okay,
I
it's like
follow.
it's nice. It's herbaceous. It's herbaceous. It leaves a nice mommy, a little extra flavor note, a little compounds, a little complexity layering just in the bottom. You know, I think bay leaf is amazing. If you're not putting it in your sauces, if you're not putting it in your soups, you're missing out.
It
Now, put it in your cocktails. Put whatever fuck you want in your simple syrup.
Yeah, that's true. Get
Simple syrup, complex syrup.
complexes are. It is fun to have a little fun in those like areas because you also put the juniper berries in it, and I was like, oh, we're going for like a cheater's gin right now, where you put the juniper and the simple
But the
syrup,
thing that
but other botanicals. And I thought you needed a medley of botanicals to then go with the vodka, but honestly, the cranberry and the pomegranate juice just are so vibrant juices that I kind of don't taste much aside from just juice. But it's good juice. It's fun juice. It's funky juice. Ooh, funky juice.
funky juice.
Funky juice.
We dub you
Holiday funky juice.
holiday funky juice.
Ta-da! Garnish with orange peel.
Or whatever you want.
Or whatever you feel like, man.
But you know what? How about this? How about you drink what you want?
And we'll drink what you want. Just let us know. All right. I think that was a solid we addressed the drink. Oh, we were gonna give it ratings, right?
No, I mean we're not. 16 flibbernoids.
And I'm gonna give it 18 out of 16. Get one upped.
That's hot.
All right, now back to the main event of our show, the great debate about what makes a Christmas movie in theme of Christmas. And
Wait, damn, I'm trying to do the sleigh sounds. Jingle, 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 jingle.
He said jingle, jingle. I posit that a Christmas movie or a movie that's appropriate to play during Christmas time does not have to actually take place in the setting of Christmas time, so long as it has a certain amount of thematic weight. And the way it gains those amounts of thematic weight is by having certain elements that kind of manifest themselves in the Christmas cinematic genre, both in the subsection of the Hallmark movie genre. It gets a little bit more its own tropes, and so like it gets a little bit more specialized and is like a branch off of just classic Christmas movie tree.
So I just want to ask a question because I feel like the audience may ask this. Why is it that one of the criterias in this being that a Christmas movie has to have at least Christmas in the movie?
I disagree.
This was our contention, and I'm sorry to air it out, but I know that I asked, so I think that they might ask.
And that is a very well asked question. But I posit this again. A movie merely has to have a certain character arc trope to it and any given celebration deadline ticking clock. That's what really culminates in any sort of holiday Christmas movie is first off there is a main character, anti-hero, or even an antagonist that starts out with a cynical disposition towards the holiday and or celebration. Then throughout the course of the movie, it's revealed why they have that cynicism, usually due to some sort of tragic backstory, but it might just be they just don't fucking like it. They don't trust the institution that it celebrates. And then over the course, they are taught the value of relinquishing their cynicism in order to gain a sense of community, camaraderie, or romantic love. But in finding that romantic love, usually that's the thing that like prompts them to want to change, is like some sort of love interest, but it doesn't have to be. It could also just be like finding a sense of community or just some sort of divine intervention. And I think this is one of those precedents that is set most obviously by A Christmas Carol. Like that is the quintessential Christmas movie. And so I dub this trope the Christmas curmudgeon or the holiday curmudgeon. Interchangeable. Yes. Question, James.
That movie takes place during Christmas.
It doesn't have to take place during Christmas.
But it does. I'm sorry. You're out of your fucking mind. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys, your question.
Another
Can you
question.
give me some examples?
Oh, could I give you some examples? Well, first, I'll say it doesn't matter so much that it takes place on Christmas, but that it has visual symbols of the winter time, right? That's part of this. So I'd say one of my most obvious, or not obvious, but one of my strongest contenders for this is Groundhog Day. Or Bill Murray's character is just generally kind of cynical about life, about Groundhog Day, about the people in the town that he's going to report about or whatever the hell he's doing there. And then, you know, over the course, he thinks he's got ultimate freedom and he just kind of runs amok. He blurs the lines of morality as he's given this kind of privilege. And then he starts to learn that, you know, it's not all it's cracked up to be. He becomes cynical again. Someone teaches him the value of love, of living, of life, and community. And then at the end, they're able to have their final Groundhog Day celebration. All right.
When does it take place?
Groundhog Day is in like February.
Okay. Do you see... No, yeah, you do see snow.
You do see snow.
He's cold.
He's cold. They're in winter clothes.
He's always like bundled up with like a hat.
Yeah. Not to be confused, though, with Scrooged, the modernization of A Christmas Carol starring Bill Murray.
I don't know. I feel like Groundhog Day. Okay.
I'm
I want to make my point. Can I have another example?
Yes. Anastasia.
Oh my God. You're making life so fucking hard. We're like talking off fucking camera and you're like bringing up dumb fucking examples. And now you're like, Anastasia.
It's got wintertime elements. It's got a guy who's cynical about his traveling situation, about making money. Just cynical. He's a just
Who made Anastasia?
DreamWorks.
Anastasia. It's an animated movie for children.
About the last Romanov.
Taking place in the winter. It's a Christmas movie.
In Russia. It's not inherently Christmas. In fact, it's kind of spooky. Like with the bat and
I haven't
with
seen it in a long
Rasputin.
time. You know what?
I'll give you one more. I can pull out one more.
Hit me.
Ice Age.
I disagree. Oh,
All right, sock it to me.
hold on. Wait
Uh-huh.
a minute. Hold on. I'm remembering. What's the name of the little squirrel dude? The little
Scrat.
Scrat.
Uh-huh.
Scrat, the prehistoric muskrat.
Yes.
I could have sworn I saw Scrat in like a Christmas tree at maybe the end of or in one of these movies, but there's like 10. So I am unsure.
He is part of the continuation when they like dropped the whole. All right. If you watch the first Ice Age movie and compare it to the rest of the Ice Age series, the rest of the Ice Age series thematically kind of matches the seasons it came out in. And so there is one that has like a wintertime Christmas, and then there's the DreamWorks. And well, wait,
I know because there is a Christmassy one. I know, I remember that.
I don't think Ice Age is DreamWorks though. There's something else, but
I could have sworn Ice Age is DreamWorks. Have the internet.
but they have a like, you know how Pixar does like their little shorts and stuff, and then DreamWorks does like their holiday little things. Ice Age did put out like a little holiday thing where I do think that they made Santa canon in the Ice Age universe. However, the very first Ice Age movie is about Manfred the Mammoth, who has a cynical disposition on life because he is, as far as he knows, is the last of the mammoths. Due to tragic backstory,
Oh my fuck! It's pretty tragic.
it's so hard. But then he's charged essentially, or he gives himself the duty of returning a lost baby that he found in the clutches of its dying mother on the riverbank.
Oh my god!
It's tragic, and that's not even his backstory. That's just how the shit starts
Jack
out.
Black is an Ice Age. Why don't I remember that?
The first one?
Yeah, 20th Century Fox.
He's then taught the value of community, of living in a herd, and of relying on others. And he relinquishes his cynicism and is able to trust in others to ultimately catch up with the humans before they get through the pass. There is a ticking clock. There are wintertime thematic elements.
Isn't it cold? Cause no. You're just like You're just making shit up. You're just.
It is. What do you mean? It is just. It's wintertime elements.
Okay,
It is It is the ice. I'm not saying it has to be, Christmas or it has to be explicitly holiday time. It's just cold out. There is snow on the ground.
The final deciding factor in whether or not a movie is Christmas is when it comes out. When do you think Ice Age came out?
When do I think Ice Age came out? Like season or day or like year?
Like month. If you want to do year, that's fun. But
I would say like September, November. Was it December?
oh, he wishes.
Was it in December?
Oh,
Was it in spring?
it's March 11th, 2002. Way after the Christmas season. That is definitely a deciding factor.
No. Nightmare Before Christmas.
This guy. It's definitely, I think, it's definitely a Christmas movie. It's definitely a Christmas only movie. It uses Halloween as a clever mechanism to like further the story and also to connect the holiday and extend the Christmas holiday.
It just kind of engulfs the entire holidays.
Because like you can't really do a spooky,
metropolitan season.
Yeah, you can't do a spooky holiday movie really. It's so by connecting it to Christmas, like connecting it directly to Halloween.
You could definitely do a spooky holiday movie.
I mean,
Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Supposedly.
I don't remember so.
Because that's why he gets the
Oh
thing.
yeah, because it's fucking Christmas. You're right.
When did it come out?
Now, one of the things that it's so interesting because all of these
Gremlins came out in June, and it's considered. Granted, it wouldn't be one that I immediately associate with Halloween or with Christmas, but it came out in June, and it's a Christmas movie.
I'm a Christmas traditionalist. This is not a Christmas episode.
This is not a Christmas episode. This is actually deconstructing a Christmas episode because I came out as not cynical at the beginning of the episode, and I may end it even more cynical than
I'm
how
cynical right now.
Oh, you're the Oh,
I'm cynical.
okay. See, I thought we were doing like a bad cop thing, where it's like, okay, you're the cynical one. Now I have to
Bad cop.
I have to up
Who
cynical
does
that.
bad cop? I'm the cynical one. You're taking me. I don't believe that these are Christmas movies. Ooh.
Oh, right. And then I gotta be like, you're gonna die if you don't change your ways. You see
It's
that
like
box?
Titanic is a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie.
It's
you
not.
silly little boy.
It's not a Christmas movie because the cynic doesn't character arc by the end, unless I don't know. Wait, does Rose? Do you think does? I haven't watched Titanic.
You think at the end, you see like Rose like marching in a BLM like a pro, like black protest like, next to Bernie Sanders,
And she was there. She then has like a Forrest Gumpian kind of.
She's
like
actually the
just
only
back
white
catalog.
woman. She's the only white woman who they were gonna let sit on the bus with Rosa Parks. but she decided not to because she didn't want to overshadow the movement.
Good for her.
I don't even fucking like that. Some of these movies, I think, I don't fucking know. Like, you're not hitting me. You're not convincing me.
I think the setting is actually the like being set on Christmas.
But Christmas movies, okay, here's the thing. What I was expecting you to do is I was expecting you to hit me with some other like some other movies that are on holidays.
Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm.
Those are not. Oh fuck!
That
I
is a
hate that
Christmas
so much
movie.
because Valentine. Oh god, I feel like I'm being convinced because the Valentine's Day movies all kind of take place around Christmas.
They do.
They do.
Or at least it has the deadline of having a holiday. So you have to prove that you have changed by a certain holiday. And I'll do one. Oh, this one's probably one of my hottest takes. So bear with me. Wedding Crashers.
Yo, you better cool out, big dude.
Ooh,
Wedding
too hot,
Crashers.
Too hot. Too hot.
Wedding Crashers is a holiday movie where the holiday specifically is the imminent wedding. And the two.
This is where you're losing me again. You're getting the finger pyramid. That happened. I didn't even mean to.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You got this. You got this. Because I just don't understand. Just because something, like thematically, lots of things share a similar theme. You can't just pick fucking movies that you like and say that they're Christmas movies. It's a movie that's very real and very serious about two dudes. It's two dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they go.
Did you just say Wedding Crashers was very serious?
No, I said you're taking it serious.
I'm taking thematic elements serious.
Okay. These fucking guys, they go. And what do they fucking do? They crash weddings. And then what happens, Chandler?
He falls in love.
He falls in love.
But he has to make the person that he's fallen in love with him before her wedding?
This does not sound like a Christmas movie to me.
There's stakes.
There's stakes and everything.
There's competition. And there is explicitly a main character who is cynical about a celebration's institution. That celebration is the institution of marriage. He's cynical about that. And through the power of love, has learned to overcome his cynicism and instead learn to let people into his life to become more a part of his community.
I think, okay. So, and by that sense, I have a movie about a young man who joins the institution because he's very talented.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to adhere to their rules.
Is he cynical about the institution
He's
inherently?
cynical about the rules.
Does he start cynical about it?
He is, yes, he does. He starts cynical about the institution.
Okay.
He's cynical about the rules because he's as good as he is because he's him.
Okay.
But then he realizes that truly to be together, to work together, he has to give in. To learn how to read music because it's Drumline.
Drumline is a Christmas movie. Wait. No, Drumline is not a Christmas movie. Drumline is a sports movie. Because it's the competition that's leading up, the ups and downs of the competition in itself. And there's the golden child trope. There's the he's not going to be able to play. Then he might be able to play. And then there's the prove yourself on the gridiron. No, the Drumline is a sports movie.
You know what? I agree. I was trying to twist you up. I'm just saying, I don't like that you're convincing me. I don't like it. My meter is getting low.
I'm going to hit you with one that might be a little bit more digestible.
Good. My tummy doesn't feel good.
Marley and Me is a Christmas movie.
What the fuck? I don't know what that movie is.
It's the one with Owen Wilson and the dog that dies.
Marley and Me? Okay.
admittedly, they do get Marley on Christmas, and so I guess Christmas is visible throughout it, so it kind of gets a little extra weight. But I still think those first three examples I gave you were pretty strong.
I'm just saying, you're talking about fucking Marley and Me, Owen Wilson, a dog, Owen Wilson walking through with somebody who looks familiar, then dogs running after a dog. Oh, the dog's gonna die. Oh, looking at the dog. Oh, running. Oh, hugging the dog, walking down the thing with the dog. Had oh my god, the dog. It came out on Christmas Day. Marley and Me is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I mean, you said it like it's a movie that wouldn't. I mean, I don't know it,
Wait,
but if
so
I
wait,
knew it,
what do I have to prove to you that
that these movies that you say aren't Christmas movies are Christmas movies. Like
Well,
Groundhog Day. That's dumb. That makes no sense. It's just in the winter.
because it follows?
So any movie during the winter is Christmas movie?
Yes, no, any movie during the winter that has this specific style of character arc immediately qualifies as a Christmas movie.
I don't understand. That makes
Die
no
Hard.
sense.
I know people say Die Hard, say he's a Christmas movie because it happens on Christmas, because it takes place over Christmas. Though I do agree that that helps strengthen the argument. That is not the sole reason why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie because of the character arc of the holiday curmudgeon.
I do believe that the producers, the directors of Die Hard have been kind of leaning into that over the last few years.
They've
However,
kind of been, yeah.
it's not a fucking Christmas movie. It's just a fucking movie that takes place on Christmas. Now, that's the thing. Not all movies that take place on Christmas are Christmas movies.
You know, I want to say the same thing, but I said I wasn't going to be cynical. So I'm going to go ahead and say, as much as I don't full-heartedly agree, I don't think that Harry Potter is a Christmas movie. There,
Harry
you see,
Potter 1.
you've corrupted me with your cynicism, okay?
But here's the
You
problem.
see what happens?
But here's the problem. Maybe it's because of my age, and like, it's so funny to even mention Harry Potter because it's something I see people on TikTok talking about fucking Harry Potter, and I don't know. I don't feel it anymore, and I used to love the fuck out of that shit. And when that first movie came out, I remember reading about it in the National Enquirer. I loved it so much,
Did it say that it was going to convert you to
and
Satanism?
definitely, strangely, a Christmas movie. And I think because they definitely go around Christmas a lot. They do it because I think it's important for Harry. It's a family thing. So they like to show it. They make it's like a huge point of the story.
Yeah, there's sometimes Christmas featured, but the plot of it has nothing to do with Christmas.
No, no. The first one, oh, now it's my turn to I don't know what's wrong. The first one is
I'm teaching him the value of Christmas.
Christmas is so powerful in that one. I think that seeing Harry be with people who like him and love him, right? And I think just because in the book Christmas is like fucking 3 chapters, like the whole like they take all of winter and make it about Christmas, you know. And all of the first Harry Potter movie is so Christmassy. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Do you think they
Maybe it
believe
came out
in-
on Christmas. Maybe that's why he says that.
Does Santa exist in the Harry Potter universe? Like, is he a wizard or something, or like what does he do?
I think he'd be a wizard. Father Christmas is a mythological figure associated with Christmas. Oh, even in Harry Potter.
He's about what if Santa just has a bunch of Horcruxes all around, and that's what, like,
Oh my god.
he's just able to stay alive?
God,
That'd be-
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That'd be wild.
So the movie came out
Another
November 16th.
November 16th.
And you know what? Actually, now that I'm fucking reading this, I really do believe that almost all the Harry Potter movies were positioned as holiday movies because they've all come out except for The Prisoner of Azkaban, which randomly came out in June.
Because that one was like almost like a summertime.
It's also the best one.
Yeah, that was my.
That was actually of all
Prisoner
the
of Azkaban is one of my favorites.
I remember going to the movies to see it. That's one.
That one was dark.
Yeah, it's very good.
That
They
was
chopped up the story a little
scary.
bit, but it was a really good adaptation of, honestly, a poorly written book that I used to love. Leave me alone. Leave me
Ooh.
alone, please, God. I'm sorry. I used to love Harry Potter so much. I wanted to get a tattoo. I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I really almost got I'm gonna be honest.
Which one? The Deathly Hollows one or the Death Eaters one?
I almost got the entire first chapter of Harry Potter in my left arm.
Wow. That would have been tedious.
You think I
A
don't know
whole
that?
lot
You
of
think I don't
tedium.
know that it's a fucking Christmas movie? I saw all of them. I got every book the day it came out. I was running to the bookstore to get a book like it was gonna be sold out.
And was it? Was it sold out?
Only once.
Ooh, I just happened upon some verbiage that I know you'll just eat up.
Oh God, here we go.
So what I'm trying to say with the holiday curmudgeon is it requires an essence of
Bah humbug.
a heel face turn.
Okay, all right, okay, a heel face turn. Okay, a heel being in wrestling a bad guy, and a face being a baby face or a good guy. A turn is when you become a good guy from a bad guy, or a bad guy from a good guy. So a heel face turn would be if you are good and you're bad, then you become good. Now you know.
And then continue. I looked up some of the other ones that I had written down that I think might be considered Christmas movies. So you ready?
I'm ready.
The Wedding Singer. That one's also kind of a Christmas movie.
I disagree. That's a wedding movie. Wedding movies are their own thing. Wedding movies are distinctly their own thing.
Can you give me a brief outline of what makes the vibe of a wedding movie different than a holiday movie?
I think wedding movies can come in a few flavors. You have the Runaway Brides. You know that Runaway Bride is the kind of movie about women's empowerment, like running away from bad relationship and like finding a better one, marrying a better guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you know who would be so mad at me because all we watch is those movies.
The
And
Hallmarky movies?
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of those movies, okay, they're not Christmas. They're weddings. They're about weddings. They're about falling in love and getting married and having a traditional family. That's actually kind of like the whole point of those movies is like it's about overcoming not being able to find love,
Mm-hmm.
which is why Wedding Crashers is not a Christmas movie.
It's
a wedding movie because it's about it's about the love part. That's the most important part of the fucking movie.
True.
There are definitely lovey Christmas movies, but those tend to be a little bit more deliberate because they just place them in fucking Christmas. The problem with your argument, it's game over for you, is that there's an entire cottage industry, of now making small ass fucking movies around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And they have every genre of Christmas movie. So you kind of don't need to extrapolate what a Christmas movie is because they just make them. They just make them. Maybe like, John Wick 3 had, or 2 or whatever, had a fucking scene during Christmas. It's their Christmas movie. It's like,
But that's what this trope law is trying to do.
I'm not gonna talk. I'm sorry.
What this trope
I'm sorry. I thought that was funny.
I'm giving less weight to actually occurring on Christmas. Now, if you just have a snippet of a time in Christmas and your movie isn't coming out around Christmas, has nothing to do with Yuletide themes or none of that, that's not a Christmas movie. That's just not a Christmas movie. That's just having Christmas in it. That's just showing the passage of time. That is not a Christmas movie. You can show passages of time by just having any random...
A passage of time in a movie happens not on screen.
But that's
anything you're
you
shown.
can't have that much passage of time without having an implicit ticking clock.
Whole
of
scene,
a holiday.
whole scene in Christmas in a movie that comes out around Christmas movie.
Whole scene in Christmas comes out around Christmas. And then what was the third one?
That's it.
That's it. I'll allow it.
I feel like coming out around Christmas doesn't make you a Christmas movie, but those movies are targeted towards Christmas. That immediately,
Now I'm saying the prerequisite can also be
I refuse it.
has Christmas curmudgeon heel face turn, has wintertime thematic visual elements, and has a ticking clock around a celebration.
I think I'm broken because I think I'm starting to feel like Groundhog Day is a Christmas movie. I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe it's about just the vibe.
It is all about the vibe.
That's obviously just emotional. It makes no sense, but yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
I'm trying to describe Christmas movies as ambiguously as possible so that anyone who wants to watch a Christmas movie knows where the vibe needs to be curated towards.
It's so funny because I was about to say that I'm like fucking like just joshing or whatever because in reality, a Christmas movie is whatever gives you like that fucking feeling. There's a
love and
feeling of nostalgia, of family, that feeling of, and the thing is, all right, ain't nobody up in here, nobody's fucking Christian. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. All right, don't do it. Don't Romans.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Romans.
Put the boards down.
But
and the nails. Put it down. Okay.
Christmas for me, Christmas is family. My mother and I always have this joke where we call Christmas non-denominational gift day because really for us, all of these holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, they're all excuses just to spend time with each other because who gives a shit about Christmas? It's just an excuse to give things to people you love and you care about. And
It's
to
a
spend
way
time
to
with them.
monetarily quantify your affection for your friends and family. And in doing so, you let them know what the hierarchy of affection is to you, like how much you like them based on how good of a gift you all give them.
It's so funny because we're literally, you got like, I'm sorry, I don't think there's a lot of God believing happening in here right now. And you have Jewish heritage. So I feel like it's just like different, but we're still talking about Christmas because really it is just a vibe because it's not about Christmas.
It's not about
It has
Christmas.
nothing to do with Christmas.
Christmas is not about Christmas. It's about vibes. That's why 8 Crazy Nights is a Christmas movie.
I mean, Eight Crazy Nights.
Big Daddy is a Christmas. Most Adam Sandler movies kind of fall into Christmas movies.
I mean, wait, is that? It's not Hanukkah yet.
No, it's Hanukkah. We are in the midst.
Oh shit! It is Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
I think for like one more day. It's almost over.
No. Oh yeah. I think today was the first day earlier actually.
It is almost the last day.
Yeah, it's almost the last day. It's gonna have passed by the time you see this. But it's all about all of the holidays. That's why I think that one of the problems that we have is that I know in New York is different because we celebrate Jewish holidays. A lot of places don't do that.
That is true.
We don't celebrate enough Muslim holidays. Eid is popping. It'd be cool to have a day off of Eid. I'll do that.
What's Eid about?
There's like 2, and I don't want to, because I'm going to say it wrong, and then somebody's going to get mad at me, and it's not my religion, so I'm just, it's a cool day, and you get to eat and be with family and friends.
Oh, that sounds
fun.
fun.
And before that, fast and shit, you only eat at night, okay? You do the whatever, and that's when I became vegan. Yeah. But it's a long story. I don't want to get into it. And if I say something wrong, be like, well, my particular beliefs. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, it's not about Christmas.
It's not even about Christmas.
Has nothing to do with it, which is why I actually magically, really, without exaggeration, got talked into it.
You got
talked into it.
You learned
my
how the
fucking
vibe of
God.
Christmas movies actually have nothing to do with Christmas and are all about.
I literally fucking hate that you actually convinced me that Groundhog Day is a Christmas movie. Next, you're gonna say Ghostbusters is a Christmas movie. You know what? I think that Ghostbusters 2, is it Ghostbusters 2? One of them is a Christmas movie. I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
Doesn't that
yeah.
happen like during Christmas or Christmassy time?
It does happen in a Christmas.
Watch us be wrong, but whatever. We're right.
Well, I think what delineates a Christmas movie from a Halloween movie, because this is another important element, like you were saying. Now, there is a clear difference between vibe of a wedding movie, a Christmas movie, and I will go on to say, and a Halloween movie is a Halloween movie harkens back to themes of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein that have to do with man's hubris to go beyond what are, like, there's a supernatural punishment aspect due to our hubris. And that's what makes a good Halloween, or at least that's one of the key tropes of a Halloween movie, is there is some sort of divine or supernatural event occurring as punishment towards mortals for either tinkering in things that are beyond their understanding,
beyond your wildest imagination.
and so there's a karmic retribution aspect. There's not so much about the character arc of redemption so much as the punishment and those who are spared in the process because they're able to either recant or figure the thing out that's causing the chaos. But Halloween movies are about hubris and punishment.
Oh, always.
And so that's where I posit that Nightmare Before Christmas, though still is a Christmas movie, is slightly more weighted in the category of Halloween movie because of Jack's hubris to take on
I can see that.
Christmas.
I can see that. Because, I mean, it's about the joy of Christmas, which is important, which allows it to be a Christmas movie. But the Halloween weight, I think, is heavier because it is about, all about Jack's hubris. Literally being the top of the mountain.
He's
Having
the
everything.
king. He has everything he's always wanted.
They sing
and
a song for him.
It's still not enough.
He's Jack the Pumpkin King. Right? He gets a whole song.
Dude, he gets several whole songs. And like everyone is like, "Oh, we all want to hear what Jack has to say. We all want Fiddler on the Roof. Wedding movie or Christmas movie or
Ooh.
Hanukkah movie, I guess more so, but
You just disgraced your ancestors.
I know, but like
What are you talking about?
holiday movie.
I mean, it's obviously a holiday movie. It's obviously a Hanukkah movie. What are you talking about?
It's
literally a Hanukkah movie, right?
so
Shouldn't-
Hanukkah movies.
I'm asking you. You're
Hanukkah movies, on the other hand, have a lot kind of blur the line between Halloween movie and Christmas movie because there is redemption, but there is also divine punishment that you have to persevere through.
What are some Hanukkah movies?
Ooh.
You're about to expose yourself. You're lying? Are you? Is that not really your heritage?
No, what is it? Yentl?
Ah, yes, Yentl.
Where Barbara Streisand has to pretend to be a boy in order to make a living or a career or something. Or I haven't seen it. I don't know. I just know the Cliff Notes version.
Also haven't seen it, so I don't know. I feel like Hanukkah movies, they scare me a little bit.
They don't make Hanukkah movies. They make Hanukkah specials occasionally, but they don't really make too many Hanukkah movies unless you're thinking of like The Prince of Egypt, but that's not even Hanukkah. That's Passover.
I just maybe I'm not in the spaces with Jewish people while they're enjoying their Hanukkah media. So I just
You know why though? Is because Hanukkah's not even one of the high holidays. It's more like
is it not?
the Gentiles were like, oh well, The
You're
Jews don't
asserting
wanna
this,
be
right?
left.
That you know this for a fact. Okay.
I know that amongst certain Jewish community. Well, I know that it's not a high holiday. Like that's a set lineup. But Hanukkah is just like, yeah, it's there and it's something for Jews to do during Christmas so that we don't feel left out and so we can also participate in Black Friday and holiday shopping and all that. Um but otherwise it's not really like it's not a big deal anywhere outside of New York and LA and like the major Jewish hubs.
So all the places, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna make an Illuminati joke, but I don't want
Oh.
these assholes to fucking take me serious.
This sound clip yet?
Start fucking walking around. No, they're gonna start fucking walking around, being like, James has so much authority over my life, and he made a joke about the Illuminati and Jewish people, and now I think that the Jewish people are part of the Illuminati. Motherfuckers cannot get together to fucking order a pizza. You think that they have an Illuminati?
Oh, the Illuminati runs that deep.
Man, you think, oh my God, these motherfuckers think, when you think there's 5 people,
Yeah, there's like I don't know 5 people, and they each have like 2 friends.
right? Oh man, it's out. It's out already. People
Damn.
post it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
It's out. It's done.
You know, you think the Q drops might be real and it's all about the Illuminati?
The Illuminates.
You think that like the great nephew of one of the people in the Illuminati who's mad at his cousin is like posting secret information about the Illuminati,
Oh yeah,
but
obviously.
as Q drops,
Could that be a Christmas movie where someone who's feels like they were kind of left out of being a part of their family's ties to the Illuminati now has to kind of overcome being scorned, and they're like, why would I celebrate Christmas? It's just no, I'm celebrating whatever the pagan
I love
holiday
that.
is.
And they're like, can I slaughter the goat with you? It's like, you're not allowed.
It's kind of like a Little Nicky, but like less hell and heaven.
Oh, so it's
and
like
more
a,
just-
so since I'm a millennial and I'm writing it, it's a zennial or a Gen Alpha who doesn't really want to work.
oh
right?
yeah,
You know, just want to stay in the house, right?
they want to be part of the Illuminati.
But they want to be part of Illuminati because their parents are part of Illuminati, right? But they don't really have the heart, you know. And they're like vegan and shit, and they're progressive. But by the end of the movie,
And it stars Rob Schneider.
he's the star,
Yeah,
and then the co-star.
is the kid. Rob Schneider plays like the guy in the background who just kind of
Is
says
he a star, or is he like a special guest star?
they spent all of the budget on getting Rob Schneider.
Wow, this is a real small. This is a real small production, huh? Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, one day we're gonna be sitting in a writer's room, right? And we're gonna like be submitting to like a great project, and the producer's gonna be Rob Schneider,
That's gonna be hilarious.
and he's gonna have heard about this,
He's gonna be like, I heard what you said.
and I hope he finds it funny. Though knowing him, I doubt it.
Now that's shots fired.
Zing.
Or shots Schneider. There's got to be. I'm racking my brain for just like one or two more.
I can't even think of some Kwanzaa movies. But you know what? I know there are some, but they're like
There
animated
are?
or some shit. Yeah, they're like, you know. How else do I know about Umoja? I don't fucking celebrate Kwanzaa.
From the Kwanzaa bot rap from Futurama.
Do you know the Kwanzaa bot rap?
I know that if someone started like spoken word saying it to me, I would catch on by like the third stanza.
It just so happens I have the Kwanzaa bot beat right here. What do you think the Kwanzaa bot rap is? Make me laugh, clown.
It's Kwanzaa, and we're gonna celebrate Kwanzaa. And we got the candles, we got the lights. Come on, everybody, it's Kwanzaa time.
Wicka wicka.
Umoja is a day that we celebrate in Kwanzaa.
It means unity for you and me.
And that's why we call it Kwanzaa. Then there's another one that's oh shit, no, wait. Damn, I just crit failed my charisma roll just
What
now.
you're supposed to
I
do
lost
is
it.
you're immediately supposed to go into the Hanukkah song from 8 Crazy Nights.
Bum bitty 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 bumba.
You're literally supposed to just get there immediately.
They said poor Whitey, he was sad.
I love this because people were gonna think that you're both anti-Semitic and that you're anti-Islam. You're fucking everything. You can't win. You can't win.
Just
you're literally. Oh God! Like I'm almost more Jewish than you, and it's game over. You can't do anything. You fucking breathe. You're a Zionist. Yeah. I'm sorry.
wow. You just threw that one at me.
I was gonna push you. Make sure you know you can't win.
I just can't. There's no winning here. Do you think The Wiz is a Christmas movie?
No, but I know that movie so well, and it actually has no. It's because the problem is that the Wizard of Oz isn't, and the Wiz is literally the Wizard of Oz. And funny fact, the Wizard of Oz only has like 3 songs in it or some shit, right? And then the music stops because
Well,
they-
she does the coming from or the
Kansas song.
yeah, the Take Me Away, My Sweet Escape, Take Me Away. And then there's
Yellow Brick Road.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And then there's Lolly Lolly, Let Me See You Pop That Body.
Oh my God.
3-6 Mafia.
3-6
And
Mafia.
and then there's the If I Only Had a Brain. Cypress Hill. And then there's the Tin Man. The Tin Man does one.
And then
I don't know if the Cowardly Lion kind of does like a little like
he was supposed to have another whole song. They cut a bunch of songs.
They cut his song.
They cut a bunch of songs from the second half of the movie because people thought it was too long.
Wow. But they did do the henchman at the castle.
It's with the flying monkeys.
No, that's just the.
I don't remember.
It had very iconic scoring. I don't know if it is a musical
It's
though.
about the Wiz though, not the Wiz, because the Wiz is a fucking musical.
The Wiz
We'll
is
get into it.
obviously a musical, of course.
But the whole point is that they don't take place during Christmas, so no. There's like a little side. You can't win, child.
You can't break even. You can't get out of the game.
I don't know. That's like with the Crows. You can't ever get down from that there pole. I don't know, man.
Ugh. Yikes.
You know, but ease on down. Oh, man.
Is Stuart Little a Christmas movie?
They have Christmas in it, and it's a kid's movie, and it's cute, and Christmas is important to him because he's adopted. So,
Yeah.
yes, I get it now. I get the vibes.
Okay. Trying to think of if I got. There really aren't any Hanukkah movies. Do you know the story of Hanukkah? Do you know what that one's all about?
How about you tell me the story of Hanukkah?
So, boys and girls gather around the mitzvah table. There's no such thing as a mitzvah table.
I'm gonna lean back in my chair.
And the story of Hanukkah is about a time when the Assyrian Empire was trying to conquer what was known as Judea, where the Jews were, and they came in, and there was a war going on. It was we like to think it's a back and forth, but it was guerrilla warfare tactics against an invading force, and it was really just how long could they hold out. And it was kind of a losing battle, but Lord knows we Jews are stubborn. And we weren't just going to roll over because, like, that's it's been done before. And at this time they were a little bit more what's the word? Battle hardened, maybe. They had been through the ringer a bit at this point. So there weren't a lot of people to do like a face to face like battles, armies, yada yada. Instead, there was a rebel force. Oh, I just figured it out. Okay, so there was a rebel force being led by a man named Judah, and the rebel force were called the Maccabees. And that was Hebrew for the hammers, like a mighty hammer was the thing. Or I guess the association. Hence the movie The Hebrew Hammer. A holiday, I don't know if I could say it's a Hanukkah movie, but it does center around Hanukkah. It's just, it also centers around fighting Andy Dick playing an evil Santa, and it also features some Kwanzaa because Hanukkah and Kwanzaa have to team up to save.
It's pretty great.
It's I don't. But anywho, so after months and months of counterinsurgency, where the Hebrews were the defending force. Eventually, they were losing. It was going downhill, and so they held up at the temple, and they had a big candelabra, which we now call a menorah. I don't know what they called it at the time. I'm gonna pose a question, and I don't know if you have the answer at the end of this, but we'll get there. And so they were like, oh no, if they just surround us, they're just gonna wait us out. We're gonna die. And like our backup, like people won't be able to get here in time and whatevs. And so they were like, we only got enough oil to last one night, and then it will just be in the dark, and that's kind of scary. Just be in a temple surrounded by an assaulting army for days at a time.
Gotta see them coming
in the dark. But instead of just lasting one night, the candelabra, the menorah, stayed lit for 8 whole nights. And then eventually the temple was assaulted, and like bada boom, bada bing.
Wait, hold on. So wait, everybody still dies?
Yeah.
Wait, but it lasted 8 days?
But it lasted 8 days before. It's our Alamo.
I respect it.
And it's been kind of just like a back burner kind of holiday for a while, but now since it kind of lines up with the other Christianized holidays.
And it's 7 days.
And
8 days.
It's 8 days.
Sorry.
It's 8 crazy nights, and it's the Festival of
Crazy
Lights.
nights.
And yeah, that's what that's all about. But in doing so, I just realized Rogue One is a Hanukkah movie.
Because they all die at the end?
Yep.
God, you're fucking...
Well, it's also because it's a rebel insurgent force that's rebelling against an evil empire that's trying to occupy their home. You hear it, right? Like you hear. Damn.
Well, that's been. That was.
Star Wars is a Hanukkah movie. Listen, he said these little photon torpedoes, they're not gonna make it, and he said it'll be a Hanukkah miracle. Boom, Festival of Lights, blowing up the Death Star.
God, I cannot. That is so macabre. Macabre? Makbar?
It's pronounced Maccabee.
Crazy.
Ain't that wild?
That's absolutely wild.
It's all about vibes, you know?
Can't believe it's the holiday season.
Dude, this year went by like a blank, man.
Definitely did.
Time keeps on slipping.
I know not everybody's going to get not everybody has the best holidays, and there are people, places that aren't getting to have one. So let's all have one.
or else.
in with them.
Oh yeah,
Because, we got to try to bring some joy into this holiday
some
season.
Christmas cheer. And if there's a grumpy Gus Grouch in your community,
Fuck Christmas. Call it whatever you want. Do it the day after. Who cares?
dude, invite him in.
Do the gifts
it's
on Tuesday. Who cares?
Sometimes it's cold being all alone. Sometimes, just reach out. Just help him out. It's that time of year, and who knows? You might be the ghost of Christmas future, or the dude in the shackles.
You think Scrooge was suffering from not Scrooge? Bah
Yes,
humbug.
Yeah, Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was suffering from seasonal depression.
Ooh.
It's very real.
Well, that's kind of what the Charlie Brown Christmas was all about. Was his cynicism was just kind of seasonal depression.
Make sure you check on your homies.
Yeah. Kiss him
And
goodnight. Drinking is not recommend. No, drinking is not required.
but it is recommended. Woo! I can't even.
God bless us, everyone.
Nobody's gonna think that we celebrate Christmas. I don't know.
I celebrate both, man.
I celebrate everything.
I try to celebrate it. It's any opportunity to celebrate something, I think, should not be looked down upon unless it's celebrating something bad.
I agree.
Something mean.
I agree. Christianity.